Alright YouTube, what's up? My name is Kay and I am here playing a game for you guys. A game that I remember enjoying a lot, but like a lot of things in my childhood, I never actually finished it. I played a lot of Dragon Age Inquisition. I've played a lot of the Mass Effect series, but I've never actually sat down and completed a BioWare game from start to finish, which is pretty sad if you ask me. But let's get into this opening cutscene real quick.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Until the Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness and prevail. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. Even be too late. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Alright, so that was a pretty intense cutscene, and now we get in here to character creation. Forgot what I was trying to say. So anyway, like I was saying earlier, I played this game quite a bit as a kid, just never actually, completing it. I'm gonna go Mel. So dwarfs, they live underground if I remember right, and they their society is broken down into castes or whatever. And that's how their origin story starts. Elves, I think you're a slave, and a human, you start out as nobility. I'm going to be the typical sword and shield right now, because that's That's generally how I like to play games the first time through, before I incorporate magic or archery or all that stuff, except for Skyrim. I did play that as an archer the first time because archery in that is just insanely OP. Give my guy his name here real quick. Colin K. after myself. Not gonna spend time on this, so we'll just go into it. Difficulty, start it on normal. If I decide to do a nightmare playthrough, I may put that on here. Maybe. I don't know. We'll just play it by ear. And as this is my first video, I would very much love to hear feedback. Anything I can do to make these videos better, more entertaining.
For generations,
It is my-
your family, the
I'll be
Kuzlans,
quiet.
has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Kuzlan's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial Darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True, though we both had less grey in our hair then, and we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Papa, I didn't see you there. Hal, you remember my son?
I see he's grown into a fine young man. Pleased to see you again, lad.
Oh, okay, so was I brought here for a reason, and you, Arl Hal, is your family here, so you're not leaving until tomorrow. Okay, so I like to get into these games, so I don't know who Arl Hal is, so I will be
My
kind
daughter
to him.
Delilah asked after you. Perhaps I should bring her next time.
Delilah, sure, I'd like that, whatever. Bring
She
your
goes
daughter.
on about your prowess as a warrior. I think you have an admirer, young man.
At any rate, Pop, I summoned you for a reason. While your brother and I are
She's
both
called
away,
me Pup.
I'm leaving you in charge of the castle.
Why can't I go into... I like
I'm
that one.
certain you'd more than prove yourself, but I am not willing to deal with your mother if you join the war. She'd kill me if I let you go. She's already twisted into knots about Fergus and me going. I doubt that. You know your mother, and she made it clear there is no debate. This is no needless task. I ask you to take a great responsibility. Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they
They
say
always
about
say
mice
it's a
when the
great
cat is away.
responsibility when you get to stay behind.
There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Kuzland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
They're an order of great warriors. They defeated the Darkspawn long ago. He said they were a small order and no longer important. Is there a reason I should care? So, the Grey Wardens are the people from the first one that drove out the Blight. So.
Not permanently, I fear.
Without their warning of the Darkspawn rising now, half the nation could have been overrun before we'd had a chance to react. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your son is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is one of my sons we're talking about. I've not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off.
I think I like the idea of being a Grey
Unless
Warden.
you intend to
Going to
invoke
fight
the
the
right of
Darkspawn.
conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone?
Don't strain my abilities or anything.
And don't strain my patience.
Oh.
In the meantime, find Fergus and
Dad's
tell
getting
him to
pissed
lead the
off at
troops to
me.
Ostagar ahead of me. We must discuss the battle plans in the south. Be a good lad and do as I've asked.
You're
Talk soon.
dick. Don't let me do anything, Dad. Okay. What does Duncan have to say? Anything?
I'm sorry, but I believe your father wishes to talk to the Arl and myself alone. Your father has left you in charge of the castle? Then I will see you at dinner tomorrow, if not sooner. Honestly, the Wardens would be thrilled to have you, but I won't go against your father's wishes.
Do I not get to
If you wish
say
to
anything?
discuss this further, however, let us
teenage
talk
angst.
after your father and the Arl depart.
I'm standing right here, you know.
I'm only suggesting satisfying my host's curiosity, as tempting as recruitment might be.
Good evening, my lord.
So one thing you'll know about me is I like looking at all this stuff, finding everything I can. Especially in games like this.
Greetings, my lord. You are the Terran's son, are you not?
And who are you?
I am a member of Arl Howell's personal guard. The rest of the Arl's forces are expected tonight. I understand you shall take charge of your father's castle once we march. I apologize. Good evening, my lord.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know you. We gotta talk to one of these guards that I do know.
Good evening, my lord.
Shut up. Alright, so what is the goal right now? We gotta go find our brother. I'm thinking I gotta follow the arrow on my mini-map. What's in here? What are these
Oh,
X's?
my lord.
Oh,
We were just,
playing cards?
well, the treasury's safe. I'm not even sure why the Terran stationed us here.
I'm not gonna say anything. Keep playing cards,
Appreciate
guys.
that, my lord. Thank you.
Kick it.
No, I cannot.
I can't. My guy can talk. Of course, Kay can talk. Okay. Kay.
There you are. Your mother told me the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Hello, Sir
Pardon my
Gilmore.
manners, my
Okay, so
lord.
that's the
It's
one that
simply
they're
I've
trying
been
to
looking
take
all
to
over
the
the
Grey
castle for
Wardens.
I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave.
She was my nanny before she was the cook. The dog
No
got
matter
into
how
the
the maids
larder.
try to keep him out, he always finds a way in. You know these Mabari hounds. They listen only to their master. Anyone else risks having an arm bitten off.
I guess I should go get
Be
him.
wise, before Nan tears down the walls. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we?
Sounds good, Ginger.
Just follow the yelling. When Nan's unhappy, she makes sure everyone knows it.
Alright, come on, Sir Gilmore.
Good evening, my lord.
I'm not really going to the larder right now. I'm just exploring. I'll probably read those offline. I don't even know how to get to them. Hold on. So, I'll just scroll through. If you want to read them, you can. Just pause it. Let's talk to these squires.
Mother says the Darkspawn will all be killed and I won't see one. Is that true?
I hope so.
Mother says the Darkspawn will all be killed and I won't see one. Is that true?
You both are the same voice. Aldous.
Hello, my dear boy. By chance, I am beginning to teach these young squires about your family's history.
Do we have to? History is boring.
Boys, you are referring to the
Since when does a
Cousland,
kid
the
that
very
age have
family
that
in whose
deep of a
castle you
voice?
live. Show some respect. Perhaps you could help me with that. Might you join me in teaching this lesson?
Certainly, I'd be happy to. If you guys are going to be knights someday, you're going to
The Cousland
have to
history is
step it
long
up and taste the
indeed.
back of my hand.
Where shall we start?
Come to think of,
Well, I'm glad some of my lessons don't disappear into that yawning chasm between your ears, young man. If I were
It's your
truly
skill
a
as a
skilled tutor, I suspect I would not encounter such insouciance amongst my pupils. You can look
look
that
at
up.
him throwing around big words.
At any rate,
Trying to
your
confuse me.
family has
It's
held the
working.
Tourneur of High Ever since before King Calenhad united Ferelden. In fact, Tierna Elethea Cousland battled Calenhad to maintain High Ever's independence.
We oppose
The
the king.
Couslands are ardent royalists now, but at that time, Calenhad was unknown and considered dangerous by many. When
Dangerous.
Calenhad's army reached High Ever, Tierna Elethea led the local bands against him. Obviously, Calenhad won.
And what's it? Terner?
Calenhad wished to unite Ferelden, not conquer it. After Elethea's men were defeated, Calenhad asked her to swear fealty. The boulder where they held council still stands today as a memorial of that event.
Alright, I think it's time to end this
you
lesson. And with the
Indulging
lesson,
an
the
old
episode.
man.
So,
Does that mean we have to listen
I know
to
it was a
you
little
now?
boring.
Silence!
As those
I
little
will not
kids are
have you
saying.
two becoming smart-mouthed hooligans.
When the action gets in,
Perhaps you should go.
it will pick up.
I doubt
So I
they
hope
need
to
any more
see
distraction.
some of you, if not all of you,
Going to
if
settle
there are
in here.
any of you, back in episode 2.
Talk to myself.
But he's got to walk away first, so I prematurely ended that.